So which comes first, the happiness or the love? I think we often get those two things mixed up. Whenever I talk to people that are in the midst of a divorce or still struggling to recover from a divorce, they frequently ask me about my own relationship situation. And I am remarried. I've been remarried now for almost 7 years. And when they find that out, they're like, oh, well, that explains it then. That's why you're happy. That's why you've moved on. That's why you're recovered. It's because you found somebody else. And then by extension, they believe that, oh, that's why I haven't moved on. That's why I am struggling. It's because I don't have that love. And I know for many of us, life is definitely better and more fulfilling when we do have that significant other, when we do have that partner. But I think if we believe that we have to have that person first before we can be happy, we're looking at things wrong. I have the partner that I have now because I recovered, because I found my self-worth again, because I found my confidence again. He's not the reason I have those. They are the reason that I have the relationship that I have today. Because here's the hard truth. You need to be what you want to attract. So if you want to attract somebody that is healthy and mature and is ready for a relationship, that's who you have to be yourself. And if you're trying to recover from infidelity or betrayal, abandonment, all of those things, you have to address those core wounds before you can be that person that you're looking for. For those of us that have been betrayed, our self-worth and confidence takes a huge hit. And if we don't address that first, well, what ends up happening is that we pick somebody just because they want us, not because we really want them. And that's not the type of relationship that you want to have, is it? Now, that being said, you don't have to be some perfect poster child of healing before you can date. I mean, after all, are any of us ever done growing? I sure hope not. But it does mean that you need to be at a certain point, and it also means that you need to pick a partner that isn't going to try to save you or to fix you. I ended up meeting my now husband really way too early in the process of healing. I was not ready yet, but he also made it very clear that my healing was my responsibility. And I believed that as well. You know, I'll never forget one day, relatively early on, and I went over to his house and I had just discovered some additional financial betrayal from my ex-husband that was hindering my ability to secure a new apartment. And I was furious, I was defeated, I was frustrated, all of those things. And I showed up and I was shaking. I had tears pouring down my face. And I got out just enough words to explain what was going on. And without saying anything, he strapped some boxing gloves to my hand, turned on some heavy metal, which is my favorite music, directed me towards the punching bag, and then went upstairs. And he gave me that space. He gave me that time to do the work that I needed. And that one moment, that one day is a snapshot of how the healing process looked for me within the context of our relationship. He was there, he was supportive, but it was my work to do. And I think that's really important to understand. We want somebody to fix it. We want somebody to make it better. We think that by finding that love, by finding that person, by finding that companionship, that we're going to be better. But it doesn't work that way. In order to be that partner that we want, to build the relationship that we want, we have to heal ourselves first. Now, I've made it very clear in the past that there is some healing that can only happen in the context of a relationship. You know, let's say you've been betrayed. Trust is obviously something that you're going to struggle with. Now, you can recover from that betrayal to a certain extent without being in a relationship. But are you really challenging your ability to trust again? I would say no. And so when you're in a relationship again, you're going to have situations come up that you have to address, you have to deal with. That healing is an ongoing process. But again, that healing comes before the love, before the relationship. It's what you have to do in order to have the love you want. Your new partner can't make you happy. But once you are happy and whole and fulfilled, that's when you find that partner that is those things in themselves, who can then build a happy, healthy relationship with you.